What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel. We're online at www.whatsupinthesky.com and we have hit the mother lode here. Thank you NASA for finally giving us something to work with. But they're still blurring stuff out and it drives me insane here. We're going to show you. Look at the grid pattern on this rock right here. Now, this cannot have been done by the computer or imaging. This is into the rock. If this was done by a computer, it would have been straight across the grid marks, unless this is a fake rock that was stuck in by NASA and it was done on a 3D model. But if you can see this here, you can see the blurring that's been done to it. So we can't, so our eyes kind of get jumbled up. But this is the whole 703. Thank you. Anna Lee sent this over. I had already had this thing rocked and ready to go with another 10 pictures from this, just this day alone. Um, that finally that stuff is coming down. This I knew this would happen as we're going to get closer to the mountain. I figured that all the debris fields were going to be coming down off the mountain. All the stuff that we saw up that what looked like an access road would eventually be here on the ground, and because it would all eventually gravity eventually brings this stuff down the mountain. Say there's windstorms, stuff along those lines, and here's where it comes. Um, Very amazing picture. Everywhere on this thing has got some, and I don't get excited too often. If you watch my last couple of videos, the last one was funny. I tried to be, put the funny thing out. The thing looked like the cowardly lion to me, for God's sakes. A lot of people didn't, took too kindly to it. Say, one guy said I wasn't, being legit, but let me tell you, this is a legit photo right here, and this is one that's basically for the record. Um, like I said, all sorts of people have been emailing me about 703, which is the number that this salt was taken from. And the rocks, look how cut they are. And when they're sliced off here, look at the blur marks that they've done here. They've blurred these out. See, 1, 2, 3. We've seen these square blurs before, and the whole picture's got nothing but geometry in it. Will look like wreck ruins. Some of the best I've seen so far. And let me show you that this is a real picture. This is where we got it from right here. Here's the picture. Basically, if you go download, go to the, this is on my description. You don't have to try and copy this stuff down. Just go to my description and you'll see this. Now there's also some arches up there. We're going to look at all of it real fast. There's so much in this. I was trying not to keep my videos too long, but this one might run a little winded because there's just so much to see here. So what I'm going to do here, I've already done it because my computer's kind of running slow today. I got to do some stuff with it. I basically auto colored it. See, there's it auto colored. Makes it look more like it's on Earth, you know. And then what I've done just a little bit more, I've sharpened it just a tad, just to pull out the, the images just a little better. Now, tell me that's not amazing right there, whatever's going on. Have you ever seen something that has parallel lines? Look at all these parallel lines that go up it, and then they all connect across. And then now here you can really see the blur marks that are used by NASA. And I'm sick and tired of it. I've paid taxes too damn long. I mean, I've paid taxes since I'm 33 years old now. I've been 14 years old. I've been paying taxes. Part of this $2.5 billion came out of my pocket. And for us to get manipulated pictures back from a machine that's really got 30 times better pictures than this. If this is the quality coming back from them, everybody at NASA should be fired. You should all lose your damn jobs, every single one of you. Just like the guy who designed the rover wheels, that's going to be the end of the rover as we start getting to this good stuff now. You should all be fired. I hope you don't have jobs anymore. I hate to say that about anybody, but this is ridiculous. Look at the shapes in this stuff. It's too cool. More of the blurring, and look how these rocks have just been sheared straight off. Now you could be looking and say, "Oh, that's just a pile of rocks." Now that's uh, that's all fine and dandy, but wait till you see some of this stuff as we keep going through it. Look at the. It looks like what a civilization destroyed and sent tumbling down hills, or would look like to me. It does at least. This whole piece up here is very interesting. How it comes off the mountain. Here, let me step backwards a tad. We get the take the blur off, or take the sharpen off. I mean, look at this stuff here. It's a this comes out. It's very strange. It's like it's got a square input there. Um, as we go through this stuff, I think you're going to be pretty amazed at what's going on in this picture. Up here, look at these. Yeah, this looks like something that's got two big circles on top of it. Very obvious. Everything you see seems to have some sort of a shape to it. Possibly at one time was something. Um, let's just see if we can't play with the gamma just a tad too. just for giggles, see if we can't pull it up. Because I think that always brings out a lot of the background when I do it. And you see what I'm talking about there? It like kind of darkens the image up a little bit, but really you can see the stuff much better as it runs it through there. And look down here, just the circle, half circles here. Pretty cool stuff going on up there right now. Where the rover is, it is at a nice spot. Now, along the way over here, you've got a bridge, or a natural bridge, an arc, something along those lines. See the arc right here, how it goes up and comes down? And man, it's like they put a blur thing on the whole thing, and then that's how you see it directly from NASA. But you can still see it, it's out there. Um, just as this piece up here, there's another one right there that goes right here, and you can see through it to that dark piece behind it. And all this stuff up here just looks to be too too perfect. I mean, this is just amazing. Look at the circle right here. This piece, it almost looks like it's sitting on a base of some sort. But when we get to to the nails and the biting of this stuff, what's up with this picture? I mean, look at this right here. What is this? Tell me that that's natural. I want somebody to tell me that this stuff is natural and then explain to me how this stuff gets made. Because it looks like it's materials that have been used for something in the past. I mean, look at the perfect sphere here in the middle. Let me make it bigger on the screen so you can see it if you can't. I mean, we're talking. Let me go forward again. See this here? Now it's here on top of this. Look how this piece comes down off of there. An amazing shot. And there's, like I said, this whole saw, 703 is amazing. It's going to keep us busy for years to come. If the rover were to die today, which I've got a bad feeling about this rover as it keeps getting closer. Either that or maybe NASA's going to surprise us. Maybe it's in their agenda to let something out of the bag. But here again, look at the blur tool they've used. Here how it's nice and crisp, and here's that weird pattern again. Um, then you get the blur here. You got some crisp stuff here, kind of down here, and then there's more blur. More blur, more blur. Up here, more blur. And the camera's not doing that. The camera doesn't pick that stuff out. And this piece here to me was just awkward. Look at the shape of this, how it's got like a circle piece here in the front. And then up on the top, it's got just a almost like a little trapezoid. I could sit here and you just sit back and adjust your eyes. So just sit back and look at this piece. I mean, look at some of these things and just really look at it. Here, up here too. I mean, what's going on, guys? Let's hit the levels. See if I can't brighten it up just a tad. I mean, look at the what do we call this? I mean, if this can't be from a computer unless this was brought in from another program, like a CAD program or something along those lines. I mean, this is, to me, just that grid pattern alone is proof that there was, I mean, if this picture doesn't convince you, look at this piece here with the candy cane and it comes up and it looks like it's been broken right there. If this doesn't convince you that there at least was life on Mars at once, I don't know what's going to. Look at the zigzag in that one, just too much coincidence. This stuff just doesn't show up by accident. This stuff gets hammered out. This stuff was shaped. This is different materials. It's different colors. It's different. Look at the greens in this right here. Check this right here. Look at the piece, how it comes along. It goes down. It's got that bevel right there. It's got something on top of it. And then there's a base to it right there. It looks like it probably was connected to something else. But when this whole cataclysm or, whatever happened there on Mars, and I think it was probably a bunch of different things that happened. Um, this stuff ended up in ruins. I mean, this looks like somewhere that was destroyed with an atomic blast. I was watching a documentary on Hiroshima the other day. It was actually this morning. It came up on YouTube and I watched it, and like the rubble looked like this. It was sad. The whole thing was sad, but this is what the rubble looked like. Look at the piece here that comes down and around in a little perfect thing and then goes back up. Look at the little ledge looking piece off here. It's got a little circle on it. Look at the little spears everywhere. I mean, pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. It's beginning, it's beginning to, we're being proven right. The guys, there's a bunch of us doing this now that have put a lot of time and effort into look at these pictures, and a lot of people. I've got all my videos aren't even stuff that I've found myself. It's a lot of stuff that other people of hard work have gone out and found this stuff. Look at this piece here, and it's all culminating now to here's our rover. Here we are. If we're really on Mars like we say we are, then this stuff is dead on. You know. Let's see if we can. Oops, switching between here. Image. I was going to try and brighten this up a little bit. View. Hate when this happens. My workspace just disappears. It's one of the keys. I know it on my keyboard here. I've got a Microsoft keyboard hooked up to my Apple. But look at this stuff here. This is really looks like it's very ornate, whatever this was. A lot of times I think that there was, I see a lot of stuff that maybe like mining and stuff like that. But this piece, this whole area here screams ornate to me. Um, Especially this. I want to really try and brighten that up, see if we can't see any of it. Let's see, image adjustment. See, this piece is the piece I'm looking at right here. Like it comes up and this comes out and over the top. Look at the blur marks that NASA uses. When you brighten it up, you can really see them. Check that out. What a bunch of scumbags, I swear. I've been pretty, I usually don't go that far to say, but you guys are scumbags holding this stuff from us. I said $2.5 billion. I paid for this stuff. My taxes paid for this. Uh, Kirsty's, Chris, we're all Americans. A lot of us doing this. Not Christian, he's not an American, but a lot of us that are doing this, we're Americans. We paid for this, and for God bid, the whole world's paid for it in a way. I mean, if it wasn't for the whole world, we wouldn't even have these missions to be able to go off. So it wasn't from the brains from everybody. Look at that there. Whatever the heck that is. I mean, this is some very interesting rocks. Here it just keeps on going and going. Up here, there is definitely that's definitely an arch. I see it right there. You can see through it. I mean, it's not even when you come in tight and it's really blurry, you can see it. So, all right, guys, this is just the first little bit of this I'm starting. I mean, we're gonna be looking at 703 and beyond for a long time. If you have the Mars Images app, I recommend going in there, checking out. If you find anything really worthwhile, shoot me an email at will@willfarrar.net. I always try to respond to the comments and stuff. I try and keep my channel, so I like interacting with you guys. I've got a couple new videos that are coming out. I'm gonna do a top 7 aerial phenomenon type deal. I'm trying to get some more general public into here to check out some of these anomaly videos. I feel like if I can pull some people in from the general public for just some normal videos, and then they see my other links on the side, they might go, "Oh, that's kind of interesting," and then all of a sudden they're deep into the videos. Like I get so many emails from you guys who are like, "Oh man, I found your videos, and all weekend I was just watching and watching and watching." We need the general public to come in because there's only so much of us Mars researchers out there that really care about this stuff, and we look, when they put TV shows out and they say the smoking gun and the smoking gun from the moon show was a joke compared to the stuff that we actually really have from the moon. Um, and I hope you guys are seeing the symmetry here. This can't be done by nature. This just little piece right here just couldn't be done. Um, Not in my book. Not near all this other stuff too. I mean, there's no that many coincidences in one thing. There's not that many random artifacts. Look at the perfect circle on that little sphere there. So sit back and check that out. This is a very, 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 very wild one. Let me take it back to the take it as far as back. So let me go. I should be using my keyboard for this. What am I doing? There we go. And there it is. That's the original. And they're giving it to us to see, but boy, if they're not making it hard. And this piece, like I said, up here, look how that comes out over the top, and it looks like it's been, cut in like a relief, a framing mechanism. It's been cut in, and then as you just go along, it just looks more and more. You can see the shapes, you can see the stuff. It's an old civilization that's just been destroyed, and pieces of it. I'm not saying that there's not, current life on there. Or there might not be, because a lot of the people here on my channel absolutely believe that. But I'm just saying this looks like it was from a civilization that was, a pretty big one, and this stuff came rocking and rolling down the hill after something big pretty much happened here. Wow. As I scroll through this one last time and you get another look at it, go download this one just for that. And then also, I mean, come on, now it's time to come clean, guys. Now, so what in the hell would cause this? I mean, I don't even know what to call this video. There's so much stuff in here. Not, and the blurring. Like, look, see, you can tell this is a whole piece of machinery or something. It's got little dots up here that match everything. And, I mean, look at this. It's got hoses that come out of it looking like that. This looks like something, and it connects back here with the straight two parallel. There's another pair, one, two right there, and then this is blurred out. This looks like something that's circular there, and then blur. So whatever is behind there is what they hid in this picture, as well as some other things like right here has been hidden. When it's really obvious in your face, that's what they're trying to hide. But we know what comes down from the river, so they have to give us the pictures. A lot of people say, well, why would they edit the photos, not put them out? Because we know how many pictures come down from the river. There's other organizations that get that information. They just don't get the raw data. The raw data comes down through JPL. So JPL has the ability to, and NASA, they have the ability to actually sit here and mess with these and turn them into what you see now, um, which is Uncle Jake's Junkyard. That's exactly what we're looking at, guys. Oh, wow, what a shape. Just amazing. All in one little spot. Just kind of random sitting here. Here, look at that there. Blocks upon blocks. Pieces that look like ornate strange stuff. You don't even know what to say about the half to some of the stuff here. It's just you can't even be put into earthly terms. So, all right, guys, much love to you. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hit like if you did. Hit subscribe if you're new. All sorts of good stuff coming out. Like I said, there's plenty of videos just from this saw alone. 703 is going to be a treasure trove for a long time, guys. Look at that perfect little platform. Very colorful little things that have just fallen out. And as I pull back a little bit here, I'm going to leave this sitting here for a couple seconds. Take a look at that. And if you don't explain this to me, NASA, I think you get a better view when you look at it from back in the back. You can see more of the bigger shapes and how they kind of equal themselves out. But we've got some interesting stuff going on up here on the moon, or the Mars, guys. So all right, much love to you. What's up in the sky 37? My name is Will. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, evening, night. Take it easy. Peace.